Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we are looking at Bleached Blonde, Bad Built, Butch Body, number one. Oh, oops, that's not what we're looking at. I'm sorry. It's Bear Pirate Viking Queen, which is a tongue twister in itself, by Sean Lewis and Jonathan Marks Barravecchia. It is amazing. I often say that books are epic, but this truly is epic. All you have to do is look at the covers for striking covers to the three issues of this amazing mini-series to know just how good it's going to be. So this is what we're looking at today, people. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. All right. I have been waiting for this series forever. I interviewed artist Jonathan Marks Barravecchia as he was working on it. He couldn't really share too much about it, but we did talk about the project. I will put a link to the interview in the description because he was so cool. He was so nice and such a great artist. It was like really nice to talk to him. And now that I see the finished project, it's an interesting parallel because he was so nice and calm and like centered and like just like a gentle, and then this art is just like bold and chaotic and crazy. And let's just get into it. Okay, I see a lot of influences here. This is painted, a lot of multimedia. I believe it was all done traditionally, if I'm not mistaken. Written by Sean Lewis, art by Jonathan Marks Barravecchia, as I stated before. I gagged when I opened this page. If you know anything about me, and why would you? I absolutely love sharks. I know that that is not uncommon, but I feel like I liked sharks before they were cool, when people just feared them, and you know, long before Shark Week. I mean, due to Jaws, one of my favorite movies ever. Oh, anyway, I digress. Turn the page. Michael, created by Sean Lewis and Jonathan Marks Barravecchia, written by Sean Lewis, art and letters by Jonathan Marks Barravecchia. This is a true labor of love. I feel like, I mean, you know, if you follow Jonathan Marks Barravecchia, I don't know if it still is, but his picture was him at a desk, and like I imagine he spends a lot of time at a desk to produce such beautiful work. You know, not, I mean, it's just gorgeous. This is like a period piece. This is the story of us. It's about Vikings. It's about coming over on boats. It's about pirates. It's about looting. It's about, I mean, it's about gorgeous art. It is tremendous. Like, it is beautiful. I'm seeing so many influences. I had this weird notion looking at this art that this is like, in a way, a human doing what everyone's freaking out about what AI is doing now. It's like a human pulling all these artistic influences and styles and putting them together. You know, I see Stankovich, I see John J. Muth, I see Kent Williams, I see, you know, a lot of stuff in here, and it's just gorgeous though. I mean, it is stunning. It is like, who is painting, you know, these ships and these beautiful underwater shots, and it's just like really I like the dialogue too. It's like very like snappy, I don't know. Chapter 1, the Bear Pirate. I mean, it's just so well thought out and designed, and I basically, you know, the aesthetic goes to Jonathan Marks Barravecchia. Clear your shelf, brother. You are going to be getting all kinds of awards. It's an engaging story. It's so interesting. It's hard to describe. It's like a period piece. It's like a horror in a lot of ways. It's like a fever dream. It's kind of like, I mean, you know, that's kind of, I can't help but get like, you know, Bill Sienkiewicz, you know, Demon Bear vibes from this, but on a different level. You know what I mean? If you're gonna sort of do something like that, it's sort of like covering a song in a way. You know what I mean? Only do it if it's gonna be a fucking banger, and this is a banger for sure. I mean, gag every time I'm turning the page. And these are like 3 thick books. I mean, Image is going to be so smart to put this in, you know, some gorgeous hardcover. It is definitely like, I'm not sure. You know, I feel like I'm not hearing like tons of buzz on this, but my God, this art is something else. You know, I mean, this will definitely be nominated for Eisner's. If there's any justice in this world. So beautiful. Another beautiful double page spread. I'm so unique. I love a double page spread in a comic book like anyone else doesn't. Like, this is definitely giving me like Sienkiewicz caricature vibes, right? But, that said, I say when I make the AI comparison of artists, very Ken Williams right there for sure, right? Um, hodgepodging sort of their inspirations and making them their own, and I use, Sienkiewicz as an example, but then I look up, the influences of Sienkiewicz, and the first time I saw Bob Peak, I gagged. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, Sienkiewicz is just totally copying this, like, in a way. And so it's really hard to find an artist that is, reinventing the wheel, but it's like you take all these influences and styles and make them your own, and Jonathan Marks Barravecchia has done that tenfold here. I hate to take away credit from the story. It's weird because you want to give credit to the writer, but it's like I can't get past these stunning visuals. But whatever their working relationship was, seemed to work very well because it produced this. And like I said, I use the word epic a lot, and I mean it. I really do mean it. But in this case, my gosh, it is epic. It is beyond. It is like, just like scope is like ridiculous, and it is just beautiful. I could just get lost in every single one of these pages. I mean, I know the hard work Jonathan Marks Barravecchia put into this. I know the long hours spent on producing this kind of beautiful, detailed work. It's like, how do I say this without sounding like it's an insult? But it's really hard to be this messy and chaotic and still tell a story with clarity and emotion and impact and mood, and it's just paying off like on so many levels. It is so good. I almost wish, in a way, I do in a way. Maybe we need to revisit our comic chat, but I talk to him a lot, and I really wish I had seen this in its entirety before we talk, because there's so much to get lost in there. It is so beautiful. Here we are at issue 2. And that was another thing too. I hesitated. In case you didn't notice, I think my number 1 issue is the second printing. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I must have been in a coma or something. But I did wait for the entire thing to come out. To be honest with you, like, the storyline, I don't know. Like, it's kind of crazy. I'm not huge into these, like, big sweeping period pieces like this. But the art is what made me want to pick it up, If you watch my channel, I'm all about the art. And if not for the art, I would not care 1 iota about comic books. Well, they wouldn't exist without the art. Let's face it. This is so cool. That's what I love. Like, when the second issue takes a different, it's obviously the same story, the same artist, the same writer, but there's a little bit of a different tone. Like, the coloring is like just a little bit, because we're in chapter 2. Like, we're in a different chapter. Like, this is almost like a trilogy in a way, like, given to us all at once. So, like, how lucky are we? Like, I really love the beautiful visuals of this page. Once again, hate to point out, but giving me a little bit of Sienkiewicz, I don't know. I see Dave McKeon. But, if you're going to have artistic influences, have them. This is just beautiful, too. This is all just gorgeous. This is a beyond talented artist. Like, David Mack vibes a little bit. There's a lot of painting. There's a lot of great pen work happening here, and just like these faces are gorgeous. This bear is like, I'm living for this bear. Wait till we get to the next issue and we get to the queen. She is creepy AF and gorgeously drawn. as everything. Every page is just beautiful. I love all of this. It just makes it feel like fine art. It is beautiful fine art. Comics art is fine art for sure. You know, it is like a very interesting story too. I don't want to spoil too much on the story, and low key, it's kind of deep and rich, and like, I don't know, maybe a little bit beyond me, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. See, look at this. This is so cool. Like, I love that. Like, the way her crown is like England at the same time or something. I don't know. That is so cool. And this is beautiful. Like the line work here, and we're like, it's like a flashback, and see, that's what I love. Even in a comic book of this sort of super elevated level of art, you can still use the same tropes or tricks of the comic book trade, the same tools that are available to you, as far as, in a way, you know, unique to comic book storytelling. A 9-panel grid, you know, I love to see that. It's just very visually interesting. John J. Muth. Ken Williams. I mean, not to sell him short on his own artistic merit, but I do see the influence. This cover is so cool. I mean, what a great design, right? And here we go, the bear. I'm in love with this bear. It's so cool. He just kind of shows up. No, gorgeous. I mean, that is so beautiful. Look at that. Like, the color is just amazing. It's like muted and bright at the same time. That is gorgeous, John J. Muth. I like the mixture of the media, and it's kind of amazing that he's doing his lettering too. I wonder if they're digital. Probably. It looks kind of digital, but probably created his own font, perhaps. That is stunning. Oh my god, what a page. I love this. Like, everything about this page is perfect. Like the I love the crown. I mean, that's almost like, you know, modern graffiti art in a way. But this, like, oh my gosh, the beautiful inking, and then you get like the watercolor painting underneath. So good. And this is honestly, like, are you watching? And like, have you ever seen a book like this? So cool. I love it. We're in the 3rd act. The Queen, did we say? Bear Pirate Viking Queen. But did we get our big, gorgeous title page? Was I not paying attention? There goes my ADD. Sorry. Queen, the Queen, Chapter 3, of course. The big epic finale would be surrounded by the Queen. Bear Pirate Viking Queen. I mean, how crazy is that? Tongue twister, like, for real. Like, but I feel like, in a way, it's like so crazy you have to remember it. Wow. Wow. I mean, this art is just like mind-blowing. So beautiful. Gorgeous. That is so cool. This bear is definitely like the spirit animal of the book for sure. Oh, that is so cool. Wow. I mean, this art is major. I hope you sell the originals and make $1 bazillion. You deserve it. Isn't it crazy to see such, like, amazing... I mean, for anyone who doubts that comic books are an art form, look no further. That is so cool. Wow. I feel like he's just showing off at this point. He's like, okay, we gotta end the book, so I'm just gonna do like these mind-blowing paintings, double-page spreads, you know, no big whoop. Very cool. It is so good, you guys. I cannot recommend this enough. Like, just very, very different. You know what I mean? I'm used to reading like either superhero or like, what do I read? You know, like Dragon or like, I don't know, just whatever the shit that I read. But I mean, I've been loving all these indie books and this is crazy. I've been looking forward to it. It was fun to review after my interview with Jonathan Marks Barravecchia like so long ago now. I'll put a link to that in the description of the video. Totally worth watching. I need to rewatch it myself. Written by Sean Lewis, co-created and written by Sean Lewis and co-created and beautifully painted by Jonathan Marks Barravecchia. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and I'll bring you more soon.